Hey, my name is Dee Beck. I am a travel advisor and Trello fan, and I am on a mission to show travel advisors how Trello can help level up their business. In today's video, I am going to show you how to build your very first Trello board. We'll keep it basic and I'll help you from start to finish. So if you are interested in continuing to grow, subscribe to my channel, or you can also check out my Etsy shop, Elevated Travel by Dee, where I have ready to go Trello templates. All right, so let's build our first board together. Now, remember, when you sign up for Trello, all you need is an email account. And then once you open it up, you'll have what's called a workspace here. And workspace is really just the title you want to give for these boards to live underneath. So if I ever wanted to change the name of my workspace, I just click that pencil and I can retitle that here. And then it would hit save to save my new name. All right. So if we are making our first board, we'll click that button right there, create new board. And then we are going to enter our title. So we'll call this my first Trello board, which is actually going to be set up as a to-do list for us. Workspace visibility we'll keep there. And then as we select create, it takes us right into our board. Now, this is interesting. It already has lists built out for me. I don't think that's always the case. This could be when you sign up for Trello. I do think it gives you a premium subscription as a trial for the first 10 days. But after those 10 days, it'll bump you to the free version. So, regardless, that's fine. I just want to tweak these lists that we see here. So if we ever want to change our title, we can click into that top left corner. That's our title. And it's great. There's not even a save button. We can rename our new board here, and we don't even have to do anything but click off of it or hit the return button, and Trello saves it for us. Now I'm going to modify the lists that are already made for us here, but if those don't appear, you'll see the prompt right here, add another list. And you would just click into that to create your first list. So we're going to set this up. Our first list is going to be brain dump, right? This is a great thing to do every morning to get all the things out. And then we're going to make a list called to do now. And then we click into the new list, to do soon. And then I'm going to click to create a new list, to do later. And then let's go ahead and make a completed list. And here's a fun trick. If you insert this little emoji here, we're going to get a little party to celebrate when we move a card into that position. But I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so now we have our first board. We've laid out our lists here, right? So we created those lists. And then I'm going to show you something else you can do. One of the great things about Trello is how we can really personalize it and customize it with photos. Trello partners with Unsplash, and we have access to tons of their photos for free that we can pull into our boards. So, one thing I always like to change is this background photo. I don't know why rocks is like what they thought was a good idea as their default, but we're going to change that. So, let me just back up a second. So, show you what I did. If we go to this right hand corner, see where those three dots are? In the world of Trello, that just means menu. So, we are going to click on that button there. And here is our menu now. We're going to scroll down to change background. Now this is cool. I can actually, that plus button right there is asking to go to my personal files. So if you have any photos that you want to use of your own, you could do that. You could also assign just a color to your background if you would like, or you can use their photos through Unsplash. And so, whatever you want it to be. So, let's say we want beach photos. Look at all these awesome beach photos we get. Okay. If we want it to be even more specific for Costa Rica, we get all of these fantastic photos. So, you can spend a lot of time there. I try not to, but it's easy to do. Pick a photo that works. We're going to click on that photo, and that is going to make it our new background picture. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so now we know how to create our board title. We know how to change our background. We've laid out our list, and now we're going to get all of our ideas ahead and into Trello. And that's where the cards come in. We are going to click underneath the brain dump list and select add card. So now I can type in um, all of my to-dos, call client back. Let's see, what else do I need to do? Renew memberships, print new business cards, right? And on and on. We can continue to do this as much as we need. Then here's the best part. We're going to load up our week. So one of the things I love about Trello, I say that a lot. We'll make it a game, right? Every time I say it. Okay. But you could even change these lists to your week, right? This could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can lay out your week. The great thing about Lego is the sky is the limit, however you want to build it so that it helps your business, it helps your brain, and makes your life easier. Because once I have these here, I can then drag them into the list that I want them to go into, right? Pretty cool, right? So now, this is why we did that little party emoji, because when I put this over here, we get a party. I love that. So remember, to do that, all you need to do is add that emoji into your list title to make that prompt happen. So this is a very basic board, and I'm going to do a different video on all of the card functions, but once you start to play around with the card functions and utilize those, you're really going to love Trello. At least that's one of the reasons I do. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe for future videos and leave me any questions in the comments.